So, you're thinking of quitting your spiritual path. You're tired, fed up, burnt out. You've done everything. Meditated for hours, read the books, followed the teachers, journaled your feelings, cried your eyes out, fasted, prayed, let go. And now you just feel like saying, I can't do this anymore. Maybe you're not getting the peace you were promised. Maybe life hasn't improved at all. Maybe, in fact, it's gotten worse. And something in you is whispering, just stop. This isn't worth it. If that's where you are right now, then stop everything and just watch this first. Because what if you're not failing? What if you're not going backward? What if you're not stuck? What if this moment, this breaking point, is actually the moment you're evolving the most? You see, the real spiritual path isn't always light and love. It's not always peaceful and pretty. In fact, when it's real, it's messy, it's painful, it's raw, and it can make you feel like you're losing your mind, your identity, and your will to go on. But you're not losing anything that's true. You're just shedding what was never you to begin with. Let's talk about why you feel like giving up. First of all, you probably thought that spiritual awakening would feel good. Like everything would suddenly become peaceful, joyful, and blissful. But nobody told you about the storm that comes first. The storm that rips apart your beliefs, your identity, your desires, and even your sense of who you are. That storm doesn't mean something's wrong. It means something's finally right. It means the illusions are breaking. The false self is dying. And that death, that's not failure. That's awakening. Second, you're tired because your ego is freaking out. The old identity, the one that chased happiness, success, and approval, it's being dismantled. And when the ego starts to dissolve, it panics. It says, go back. This is too much. It tells you, this isn't working. But here's the truth. The voice telling you to quit is the voice that's being let go of. That voice is the one dissolving. That exhaustion you feel, it's not your soul. It's the ego collapsing under its own weight. Third, you're probably in what many call the void. It's that strange phase where you're no longer the old version of yourself, but you're not yet the new one. You feel stuck, lost, number detached from life. It's not depression. It's not laziness. It's the space between identities, and it's necessary. It's not that you've lost your way. It's that the path has become invisible. You're not broken. You're being restructured. And that's exactly why it feels like everything is falling apart. Here's something most people don't want to admit. True spirituality is not about self-improvement. It's not about fixing yourself, becoming more peaceful, or acting more spiritual. Real awakening is about the disappearance of the false self. It's not about becoming a better version of you. It's about realizing you were never you to begin with. You don't awaken to become something. You awaken to realize you are nothing. And in that nothingness, you discover freedom, presence, and peace beyond words. This is what non-duality points to. That there is no separate you walking the spiritual path. There is only awareness, pretending to be a person. And when that illusion starts to crumble, of course it hurts. Of course it feels unbearable. But that pain is ego detox. It's the final layers of the illusion dissolving. It's like cleaning out a dusty attic. It's uncomfortable. You'll cough. You'll cry. But then, light will pour in. And listen, if you're feeling like giving up, you are absolutely not alone. Even the great spiritual teachers had moments of complete despair. Eckhart Tolle had a breakdown before his awakening. Byron Katie was stuck in depression and rage. Ramana Maharshi faced the terror of death as a teenager. These moments of collapse weren't signs of failure. They were signs that the ego was falling away and something deeper was waking up. You are being pulled inward. Life is no longer about chasing things out there. The outer world starts to feel empty. Desires fade. Old dreams die. You may feel like you're disappearing. But this is a beautiful thing, because what's left, after all that is gone, is the real you. Not the you built. The you that is awareness itself. Calm, still, spacious, and free. So before you quit, ask yourself this simple question. Who is the one that wants to quit? Is it your soul, your awareness, or is it your ego, the identity that's afraid of losing control? The one who's tired, who's confused, who wants to run away. That's not the real you. That's the illusion. Awareness itself cannot quit. Presence does not get tired. Only the dream character gets frustrated. Instead of quitting the path, what if you quit the idea that there's a path at all? What if you stop trying so hard to awaken and simply let go into what's already here? Because the truth is, you are the path. You are what you've been searching for, and it's never been far away. It's here, now. Okay, let's make this practical. If you feel like quitting, here are some things you can do. First, stop trying so hard. Awakening is not a goal to chase. It's not something to reach. It's what you are. You don't need to force it. You don't need to strain. The ocean doesn't try to be wet. It just is. Let yourself be what you are. Second, rest. Seriously, rest without guilt. Sleep. Eat something. Laugh. Watch a silly show. You're allowed to be human. You don't have to meditate your way to peace. Sometimes, the most spiritual thing you can do is take a nap. Third, connect with others. Watch a video. Read words from someone who's been through this. You're not crazy. You're not failing. You're dissolving. And that's okay. You're not alone, even if it feels like it. And fourth, let go of expectations. Stop measuring your progress. Stop trying to be awakened. The more you try to wake up, the more you dream of waking up. Let go. Surrender. Not out of defeat, but out of trust. And finally, just know this. The moment you want to give up is usually the moment something powerful is about to shift. You are so close. The breakdown is often the breakthrough in disguise. The numbness, it's the silence under the noise. The boredom, it's the death of the mind's addiction to drama. The confusion, it's the clarity arriving without words. You don't need to go anywhere. You don't need to become anything. Because what's real in you was never born. It cannot die. It doesn't need fixing or improving. It just needs remembering. You were never meant to become spiritual. You were only meant to remember that you already are. So don't quit. Pause if you need to. Cry if you must. Rest if you're tired. But don't walk away from the truth that's waking up inside of you. Because once you've tasted it, you'll never be satisfied with anything less. You are not the storm. You are the sky it passes through. And that, my friend, is why this isn't the end. It's the beginning. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it all the way here, it means something in you is still listening, still open, still willing to keep going, even if it's just one quiet breath at a time. I see you. I honor the depth of what you're going through. And I want to thank you, not just for watching, but for staying, for choosing presence over escape, truth over comfort, and love over fear. You're not alone on this path, even when it feels dark. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being exactly as you are. You are deeply appreciated. Peace.